Hello everyone, Gramsy here, and welcome back to another Thick Thursday, the best source for your weekly VR news, just juicy facts and stories presented in an easily digestible way for your virtual reality needs. We have another just insane week of news ahead of us. Pico is launching their Neolink 3 in Europe, and probably another headset before the end of the year. The Meta Gaming Showcase aired yesterday. MetaQuest 2 hand tracking gets a massive upgrade, and rumors around Meta's new AR glasses, all that and so much more. 2022 is the year of VR, ladies and gents. Let's jump into this sea of dummy thick VR news. So last week, Pico came out with a massive announcement. Pico, for those who don't know, is the Chinese VR company owned by ByteDance, who have been making affordable standalone VR headsets in China for some time now. But here's the thing. Pico seems to take a lot of inspiration from Meta's playbooks, and they have for a while. I mean, the Pico Neo 3 has the same specs as a Quest 2, the same look as a Quest 2, and even the same exact color. With a seriously similar price point, the Pico Neo 3 is poised to become a ready-to-import Quest 2 killer at almost any time. And I know, choosing between TikTok and Facebook isn't the most appealing decision in the world. It's kind of like the shiniest of two turds, but I think Meta needs some serious competition in the VR space, even if it comes from companies that are just or even more undesirable. But here we go. It's official. Pico will be entering the European market soon with their Neolink 3, specifically targeting Germany, Spain, the Netherlands, and France first, for a May release, with Italy and the UK following in June. Now, what Pico is doing is really smart here. The European market is one that Meta has been neglecting for a while now, and in a lot of different ways. They don't get the same R&D, they don't get the same marketing love, and they definitely don't get the same price point as the North American market. In fact, Meta won't even sell Quest 2s in Germany because of how stringent their import-export laws are. And I think Pico is capitalizing on a market that generally feels dejected and like they're kind of forced into a single option if they want an affordable standalone VR experience, which makes what they're doing with this quote beta program all the more interesting. Users will essentially be participating in a passive beta program, providing feedback on the device, the Pico store, account issues, etc. And by participating in this, they get 35% off any Pico headset that comes out in the next 12 months. Wait, did Pico just accidentally admit that they're releasing another headset this year? Well, yeah, kind of, sorta. They basically did, and this lines up perfectly in time with some Pico Neo 4 spoilers from Sadly It's Bradley on Twitter. So, wow, here we go. The Pico Neo 4 is aiming to be a premier standalone experience that can compete directly against headsets like Meta's future Project Cambria. It'll more or less have, or is expected to have, all of the same features that Project Cambria is expected to have as well. Face tracking, eye tracking, SLAM tracking, full RGB mixed reality pass-through, a sleek, high-end looking design, the list goes on. But here's the thing. While Project Cambria looks like it won't be coming out until 2023 at the very least, the Pico Neo 4 is expected to beat Meta to the punch by releasing it before the end of the year. And this really makes a lot of sense when you consider that China is by and far the largest producer and exporter of semiconductors and silicone products in the world. They will be able to expedite this without facing the same supply chain shortages and crunches that other markets are experiencing across the rest of the world. And wow, I don't know, I mean, again, it's ByteDance, but there's sort of a smug satisfaction I get from seeing someone finally make Meta squirm a little bit and really give them a run for their money. This competition is exactly what the VR space needs right now, especially as we have 2022 heating up and starting to look like one of the defining years of virtual reality forever. The Meta Gaming Showcase was yesterday, and holy heck, there was so many huge titles showcased there. Like, really a seriously impressive looking showcase. I know Meta/Oculus has had some pretty lackluster showcases in the past, but this is making me really excited for not only the games coming out this year, but just the future of VR as a whole. We got Bone Labs, we got more Walking Dead, we got a new NFL VR football game apparently, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even into football, and I really want want to try that game. We've got an action JRPG, Among Us VR, Red Matter 2, and wow, just so many more to list. But if you'd like to see the full list of all the games that were spoiled at this year's showcase, the link for that will be in the description. But wow, this year's lineup of VR titles is looking extra dummy thick. Speaking of thick, it's time for this week's Thick Snack. Check out this picture from HTC on Twitter. I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. Maybe some kind of mobile base station or full body tracking rig, which is a really interesting thought. But then there's also these leaked images that show 5 trackers on a box on a camera while someone moves in front of a green screen. I don't know, maybe some kind of mocap system or mobile full body tracking solution that HTC is working on. Either way, it looks wicked cool. I definitely want to know more about it. But for now, back to the news. Hand tracking on the Quest 2, while somewhat decent, has left a lot to be desired for a long time. With traditional high-frequency hand tracking on the Quest, users can frequently see dips or bends in tracking continuity, resulting in lost tracking during certain hand motions and some locational latency as the system kind of just attempts to decipher everything that it's seeing. Well, Meta apparently recently made a massive upgrade to the hand tracking, now being added in the coming days as an optional feature to the Unity and Unreal Quest 2 SDKs, and this will seriously improve the hand tracking. If the videos Oculus is showcasing on it is any sign of just how good it will actually be, not gonna lie, this is kind of making me want to buy a Quest 2 just to mess around with it. But hold on. Not just yet, everyone. While the hand tracking 2.0 will be coming out for developers in the next few days, it's still going to take them some time to implement it in their own games. So expect these changes to come to your favorite games over the coming weeks and months, most likely. That being said, there are some notable developers in the Quest hand tracking space who apparently have already played with it for themselves and have nothing but positive remarks to offer for it. So expect games like Unplugged, Lightboxer, and Hand Physics Lab to have support for hand tracking 2.0 in the very near future. AR glasses, and really just AR tech in general, has sort of been either a direct hit or swing and a miss for the XR industry as a whole. You see a lot of practical everyday applications for augmented reality with smartphones and in various enterprise technologies, but specifically it seems like AR glasses and smart glass technology just really hasn't caught on as well as VR, and it just always seems to be overshadowed by its more widely accepted sibling. But I think it's going to soon. Very soon, in fact. Economists are estimating that the AR glasses industry by itself will be almost a billion-dollar machine in just the next 2 years alone, which makes it even more fascinating that it's now rumored that Meta is planning to release a set of augmented reality glasses by 2025. It's dubbed Project Nazar, and not gonna lie, the specs reported on this thing are really making me think twice about whether or not VR or AR will be the future of this industry. But let's jump into it, because these things sound really impressive. The glasses will be powered by a phone-sized compute pack, which will likely also store its battery power as well, and be controlled by a neural wristband. Its software will be Android-based and can supposedly offer full AR with 3D hologram-like visuals and eye tracking. It'll feature an outward-facing camera, stereo audio, a quote, relatively wide field of view, and what is being called, quote, a socially acceptable design, and holy shit, these glasses sound absolutely insane. I'm not really sure what a socially acceptable design means, but likely they just mean it will look and be similarly shaped, weighted, and sized to a traditional set of prescription eyeglasses or something like that. Either way, I would be super interested to see more information on these babies. I don't think we'll see any announcement on this until Meta has, at the very least, a production-ready or close to production-ready version, which I'd imagine won't be until at least 2023 at the earliest, most likely 2024. But still, you heard it here first, ladies and gents. And much to really no one's surprise, it is looking like Apple's recently spoiled AR/VR headset and Sony's PSVR 2 headset most likely won't come out until well into 2023. I've covered some of the supply chain shortages and crunches being experienced across basically every tech industry in the past, and I even speculated several weeks ago that I was doubting Sony would be able to have a full release with a 2022 timeframe, and it's looking like that's really starting to come to pass. Ross. Ross Young, CEO of Display Supply Chain Consultants, made a tweet the other day basically putting the final nail in that metaphorical coffin and confirming what we basically all knew about it already. With how much the VR industry is heating up right now and will continue to just in 2022 alone, it's no surprise that with so many big names expanding into VR or jumping in the ring for the first time, it's only going to exacerbate the ongoing semiconductor shortages. Combine that with some rumored development challenges to Apple's VR headset supposedly experiencing serious overheating problems, yeah, it's looking like it would be extremely optimistic to expect anything other than Pico's Neo 4 headset before the end of the year. But I don't know, what do you guys think? I think 2022 is going to be the definitive year for virtual reality with all of this new competition and expanded markets happening right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but that's it. That's all the time we have this week, everyone. If you're still watching right now, I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Remember to punch that like button if you thought this video was informative, subscribe if you want to see more of it next week, and hit that freaking notification bell if you just cannot stand missing out on these oh so very, very sweet dummy thick VR news clips. Until next time, everybody, Ramsey out.